Welcome back everyone, Ascension here. This will be an in-depth video into how the barter tree works. But firstly, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, comment down below, and subscribe. With that out of the way, back to business. Open your map and check for the name Gear Merchant, which will also have a pistol icon. Here you'll be able to access the barter tree regardless if you are at Ataman's HQ, the fire station, or even further into the game. The more you progress to the right side, the stronger the gear becomes. It can also be indicated by the different color schemes that's given to different weapons. White for Picklock, the very beginning of the game, to green, which is newbie, blue for Stalker, veteran for pink, and finally red for master, with each color requiring you to be a certain level at the indicated safe zone as well as being at that location to craft the weapon. In order to check your level at the safe zone, open your map, look for an icon that describes the safe zone you are in. For example, I am in the bar, so I'm going to double click on it. Here it will show you the level that you are, the reputation you have accumulated, the reputation you require to get to the next level, and what is available to you. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to try and explain to the best of my abilities. So here goes nothing. We're going to take the M16A1, upgrade to the M16A2, and then finally upgrade to the M16A3. We're going to take that M16A3 and go towards the machine gun category. There you can hand in the M16A3 you just crafted and craft a worn L86A1 machine gun. I'm just spraying the information into the wind just so you're aware you have the availability of transitions from one category to another. You don't have to use it, you can go with offer 2, which gives you the ability to only hand in the materials rather than giving in the weapon as well. So it's a just let you know moment. I'm going to give 2 or 3 more examples where transition is available in other categories as well. Also applying to suits in the machine gun category and even assault rifle leading to the sniper category. Even in the machine gun category, the HKG36C leads you to the assault category, which is all the way over here, so you can then upgrade to a FN F2000 tactical. And now in even armor, I'm going to demonstrate it. You get the Forager, then you upgrade to Falcon. And the Falcon leads you to combat, where you can then trade the Falcon in for a Vorshot, which is in the combat category, where the Falcon is in the combo category. You can preview the stats of the weapon before you buy it. By going to view info, you can pre-check the gun if it's up to your liking, if it has the fire rate you want, if the vertical recoil is too high or too low. So you can pre-check the stats before purchasing the upgrade. And when you go to open preview, you can even check what attachments the gun supports before buying the gun. You can even use this to plan in advance what attachments you want to craft. So when you upgrade to a new weapon, you can choose between 2 offers, offer 1 and offer 2. For example, this one gives you offer 1 where I have to hand in a previous weapon with the materials, and offer 2 where you don't have to hand in a previous weapon, but it costs more materials. So it's up to you if you want to keep the previous gun or if you just want to give it in and use less resources. Okay, so for the sake of the video, I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna do this upgrade to the AN94M Abakan. I'm gonna go to trade. And for example, I need 450 batteries, 867 Northern Moss, 125 gamma data fragments, and 899 Dopestone, and then I can just hit buy. I would also need to spend 295,000 rubles. So you can use trade coins as well if if you have missing materials. You can use trade coins to buy those materials. You get trade coins from the seasonal pass. So that's one way to make up for materials you are missing. Or you can apply a coupon that you receive from a battle pass, or you can receive a coupon from one of the content creator codes. If you are missing materials, you can submit a task. It will show you the materials you still need to acquire to do the upgrade. Okay, now I'm going to use the AUG as an example to explain all the stats that all weapons have. So the AUG A3 is a 9mm chamber gun. It does a damage of 34.83 damage per bullet and has a magazine capacity of 45 by default. maximum distance. The target has to be within this target range, which is 135 meters. If it's further than 135 meters away, the target won't receive any damage when you shoot at it. Rate of fire, also known as rounds per minute. This is how fast the gun shoots, meaning how fast it shoots a bullet and rechambers the next bullet to fire again. And the AUG's rate of fire is 800 bullets per minute. Reload. So this is the time it takes to reload the gun if you have completely emptied the magazine as well as shot out the last bullet in the chamber. It does a full magazine reload animation and rechambers the bullet, and that's why it takes longer and is 3.3 seconds. Tactical reload. So this is when you empty out the entire magazine and only leave one bullet left in the chamber. The reason why the tactical reload is faster is due to the fact that there's still a bullet remaining inside of the chamber. So all your character has to do is just insert a new stock magazine. Bullet spread. So there is a chance when you are shooting that a bullet may scatter and shoot adjacent to the target you are aiming at. It's completely RNG and you are unable to control it. So hip fire spread. It's the same as the spread, but the only difference is it's when you're not aiming down sights. So it still gives you the amount that the bullet may or may not deviate from the original position you were aiming at. Vertical recoil. This is the upward kick of the weapon when you are firing it. When you are holding down M1 and constantly firing, the AUG will kick back at an angle of 0.38 degrees every bullet that is shot. Horizontal recoil. It is the side to side kick when you are firing a weapon. It is more unpredictable than vertical recoil. Draw time. So this is the time it takes from equipping a weapon to being able to fire it. There is a delay, so you can't just instantly use the gun while it's doing the pull out animation. Aiming time. This is a simple one. It's the time it takes for you to go from the hip fire stance to aiming down sights. Additional properties. The type of bullets you have in the magazine currently is what affects your additional properties. If you have standard bullets, expanding bullets, armor piercing bullets, so the stats of the bullets will show up in the additional properties tab. Damage modifier. This applies to all guns, some of them may vary. So when you get a headshot, the damage is multiplied by 140%. Limb damage times 0.8. You take the damage, multiply it by 80%, and that's the amount of damage it will do. Modification properties. So when you upgraded your gun, this tab will become available and you'll be able to see it. So with an upgrade stat of +4, my damage is increased by 3.05% as well as my damage at range. Attachment properties. This tab displays all the stats, buffs and negatives that comes with the attachments you have on the weapon. Overheats after 51 consecutive shots. So if you continuously fire and you've reached the 51st bullet, the gun will jam, a jam animation will play, and then you can just keep on firing after that. Damage reduction at a distance. So when a target is within 60 meters, the damage is 54.83. So they receive the maximum damage available. So for targets further than 60 meters to 52 meters, the damage gradually goes down. And from 52 meters to 135 meters, they only receive 22.67 damage per bullet.